Welcome to the Obesity Medicine Podcast with your host, Dr. Matea Rentia, board certified in internal medicine and obesity medicine. Here, we talk about a path to metabolic health, and we have real conversations about chronic weight management and living a full life. Just a reminder, I am a physician, but I'm not your physician. So everything that's on this podcast is for informational purposes, but please go talk to your doctor about what's right for you. There is no medical advice being given on this podcast. Welcome back to another Your Friday 5. Today, I just wanted to make a quick comment about the practice of gratitude and the evidence base behind it. So I came across a post the other day from a friend of mine, and she had listed all these different reasons that practicing gratitude, how there was a big evidence base behind it, and just two really stood out to me. So there were a lot of different things, but one of them from a mental health standpoint, that things like you can have a reduction in anxiety and depression by up to 16%, which just that's significant, right? That's 1 out of 5. And let's round it up to 20, right? Let's say that's kind of 1 out of 5 that would improve. That's a significant thing. And that things, for example, from like a physical health standpoint, that blood pressure and inflammation, they can go down by up to 7%. And again, there were other numbers, but these are just ones that stuck with me. And, I had this moment because I have been sick here recently. I'm on the mend. I'm feeling better, but I don't know if I sound a little bit congested, but I definitely am as I'm recording this. And I had this moment where I, for 4 days, have sat out my walks, which is, that's 100 years in my world, because I normally always do my walk, and something I really have to feel bad to not do it. I was fevering and chilling, and now I have all the congestion, all the things. And I realized I am so grateful that I think tomorrow I'm going to be able to get back to my plan, get back to the walk, get back to feeling better. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for the cold water that I get to drink. I'm so grateful for the life that I have. I just go on. And I find quite often it's so easy to go into that negative land. I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. All the things that we tell ourselves. And then I realize a lot of that just really doesn't matter when we think about the things that we're actually grateful for and what actually matters. I have a friend right now that's going through cancer treatment, and it's devastating to see. It's devastating. And I know that we all know friends, and, it's been a big year actually with a lot of friends going through things. And it really, first of all, you're holding this space for them. I know no other way to explain it. One of my friends went into surgery here recently, and I was working that day, but I found at the end of the day, I'm about to cry as I say this, wow. At the end of the day, I was so emotional when the husband texted me, hey, she's out, she's doing okay. And what I realized was I was like praying and sending good energy. And I had so much of that space going to that person. And I was so grateful that I even had a friend that I cared that much about. You know what I mean? I was thinking, wow, that's how much I love this friend, that I'm so worried for her. And I'm so grateful that I have that love for my husband and the friend, and that I have the ability to walk. And so here's the thing. I think we need this moment every so often, because we get so in the pits with things that don't matter. And I'm going to put something in this category of things that absolutely do not ever matter in your life again: your body shape and size. It does not matter. So I get from a practical standpoint of, well, I can't ambulate in the world the way I want to, things like that, fine. But you're not, again, allowed to hold yourself back from, well, I'm not going to wear certain clothes, or I'm not going to do certain things. You have to live your life. It doesn't matter on your deathbed. No one's going to be like, you know what? I remember that she was overweight. No one. They're going to remember that, they're going to remember that you were the friend that talked to them every single day when they were going through that showed up for them, that cared about them. That's what they're going to remember, right? So from this gratitude standpoint, literally you writing these things down, telling yourself these 3 things in the morning or the 3 things at night, instead of saying, oh, how shitty it was today and I'm so tired, you think about, what are the 3 things that I'm grateful for right now? As I'm recording this, I'm having the stove on and I'm going to be boiling some eggs. I'm so grateful. I have so many things in the house right now that are amazing. Not everybody in the world right now has this. There are wars going on. And again, I'm not trying to make this really negative. I'm saying that I think we just get so tunnel vision on protein and fiber and things like that, that we lose perspective on why we're doing it. You are doing these things so that you can love your friends the best, so that you can be there for your kids, so that you can make a difference in the world, so that you can fight for the beliefs and things that you think are right. That's why you're doing this work. You're doing it for your health and so that you can be a good human and you can do things that move the world forward, and that you can experience life and you can experience joy and you can experience your spirituality if that's important to you. That's why you're doing this stuff. So I want to remind you to just take a moment today for some gratitude. What are the very simple, basic things that you're grateful for? Make it a 5 senses. What can I see that I'm grateful for? What can I hear that I'm grateful for? What can I taste that I'm grateful for? What can I touch that I'm grateful for? Go through all those senses that you have. That is going to make you really mindful. It's going to bring you into the present moment. It's going to reduce your stress. It's going to help you to enjoy what you have. Remember, whenever we're unsatisfied, it's a past and a future problem. It's not usually right in the moment. Because when we're wanting things that we can't have, bodies that we can't have, financial things that we are not in a position to have, all those kind of things, but all of us usually have a lot. All of us are rich in some capacity, and just coming back to that. I just wanted to come to that because I feel like just all the time it's like, or maybe it's just me, I feel like sometimes we're just like, oh, protein. And yes, and a lot of these other things matter much more. All right, so I'm going to get off of here. Today was a little bit of a different episode, but I hope that you have a moment of gratitude. Just pause this right now. 5 senses, what am I grateful for? And go from there. All right, I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you Monday. That marks the end of today's episode. But if you're newer to the podcast, I want to tell you about something that we have, and it's a free podcast roadmap. So this is perfect for any of you that are listening where you want to be directed to very specific episodes. So let's say that you are just starting out and you want to know, what should I do right when I start on the medications? Or you're experiencing certain side effects on the GLP-1s, or you want to know what to do if you're in a plateau, or if emotional eating is taking over, or if hunger levels are high. So we have many different categories of episodes that we've talked about, because there's a lot at this point. So if you want to be able to navigate that very easily, we have it broken down by category, and also the episodes that are there, and we hyperlink to everything. So you can just click on it and find the episode, easy peasy. If you want that, you can go to rentiaclinic.com/podcast roadmap. We'll have it linked right here underneath the show notes where you're listening, and you can go ahead and get that free resource so that it makes it easy for you to navigate, because I know that it's really hard when someone has an established podcast. I am such a podcast fiend. I'm listening to podcasts all day long. And when I find one that I love, but there's a lot that are out there, I am so lost. So I hope that you enjoy this free podcast roadmap. Again, the link to get to that is going to be rentiaclinic.com/podcast roadmap. I hope this is helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.